my dear friends. I'm Anil Mali, welcoming all of you in the chapter number system once again. Okay, fine. So, friends, if you think the part which we have covered till now about that, then this is the important part which we have covered till now. That means the difference between a rational and irrational number. First thing is that. So, our number line, that number line was called as a real number line because all the numbers which are lying on the number line are real numbers, and that real numbers are again divided into two types, that is rational number and irrational number. Okay, fine, no problem. Now under the rational number there are so many numbers. So natural numbers are again rational numbers, whole numbers are again rational numbers, integers are again rational numbers. We have seen it. Okay, now this is the rational number and this is irrational number. So what exactly the difference between rational and irrational numbers? Rational number we can write it in the form p by q form, where q is not equal to 0 and p and q are any integers. Okay, fine. Irrational number. Now sorry. Irrational numbers, we can't mention it in p by q form. And in other words, when we were defining the rational and irrational numbers, how to identify the given number is a rational or irrational number? So for that purpose we take help of fractions. Okay, so the fractions means this rational numbers itself which are represented in decimal form. So in that decimal form, if the digits in the fraction part will terminate at one point, then that number is the rational number. So a very easy example is that 6 by 2 is there, then 2 instead of 6 by 2 we'll take 7 by 2 is here. So 2 3s are 6. Okay, one left, come point. After that it will become 10. 2 5s are 10. So 3.5 is the answer. And here this whole fraction is terminated at 5. Means 5 is your last digit in the given number. Okay, 5, no problem. So 3.5 is your answer. That comes here, terminating one. Or 0.3 I have written here, the example. No more digit after the 3. Then another part of the rational number is non-terminating and recurring. Non-terminating and recurring digits are there. That means a simple example if we take here, it is 10 by 3. So 3 3s are 9. Okay, one left. 3 3s are 9, 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 and so on. So the same can be written as 3 point. So 3 is repeating again and again. That's why we will write here 3.3 bar. So bar indicates that that number or digit or group of digits which are under the bar are repeating again and again. Okay, fine, no problem. And then irrational numbers, non-terminating and non-recurring. Non-terminating and non-recurring. Non-terminating, that is not going to end, and non-recurring means it is also not going to repeat. That's why we called it as irrational number. So this type of number 0.10, 100, 10000, 1000000, that type of number is called as irrational number. So another example you can write here, root 2, after that root 3. These are also irrational numbers. These are also irrational numbers. That means the square root in which the number you have taken, that is not the complete square of any other digit. So that type of square roots are also irrational numbers. That comes under irrational number again. Okay, fine, no problem. Now while discussing the last lecture, we had seen that how to convert given decimal form of a number, into P by Q form. And we had seen one example also. So let's take the next example in that category. Show that 1.272727, that is nothing but 1.27 bar. Now tell me, is it a rational number or irrational number? Obviously it is rational number. Why? It comes under which category? Terminating or non-terminating? Non-terminating recurring. It is non-terminating and recurring. That's why we called it as a rational number. Okay, no problem. Now how can we convert this into P by Q form? Okay, how can we convert it? See, so to convert this given number into P by Q form, what we will do here? We will do one thing. Just consider given number as x. So let x is equal to 1 point. This is 27, 27, 27 and so on. Okay, no problem. So now tell me how many digits are recurring digits. Means that digits are going to repeat again and again. So under the bar only 2 digits are recurring digits. Only 2 digits are recurring digits. If 2 digits are recurring digit, then we will multiply both sides of the first step by 100. That means after 1 we will put 2 zeros. 100. Here 1.27 bar. 2 digits are recurring digits. That's why we will take 100. If 3 digits are recurring, we will multiply by 1000. If 1 digit is recurring, we will multiply it by 10. If 4 digits are recurring, then just put 4 zeros and 1. So that will become 10,000. We will multiply both sides by 10,000. No problem. Fine. Now see here. In the similar way we will do here. Multiply both sides by 100. So on multiplying both sides by 100, on multiplying both sides by 100, so you get here 100x is equal to 100 into 1.27, 27, 27 and so on. No problem. Fine. So therefore we will write here 100x is equal to, now 100 into 1.272727, how much will it become? It will become 127.27, 27, 27 and so on. Okay, no problem. In the next step, what we are going to do here, see, 100x is equal to 127.27, 27, 27 and so on. If you remember the last problem, then you can easily conclude that what we are going to do in the next step. We want this number itself once again. That means this one, x. We want it once again. That means from this number, you have to separate this 1.27, 27, 27 separately. Okay. How can we write it then? We write here, therefore, 100x, this 100x is equal to, we'll write here, suppose first I have taken only that same number x, that means 1.27, 27, 27 and so on, plus if you take 1.27, 27, 27 from the given number, then how much you will left behind? So it is only 126. So 126 plus 1.27, 27, 27, it will become again 127.27, 27, 27 and so on. Okay, no problem. Now this is your x, as you know that, therefore 100x is equal to, we'll write here x plus 126, no problem. So just to transfer this x on LHS, it will become 99x is equal to 126. That's why therefore we will get here x is equal to 126 upon 99. 126 upon 99. This is your P by Q form. That's it. This is the P by Q form. Okay, fine, no problem. So this is the second example from that category. Now take the next example from the same category, and then we will move towards the next category of problems. So the next example is like this. See, the next example which we are going to take here is that show that 0.23 53 53 0.2 35 35 35 35 and so on in P by Q form. We have to express the given number in P by Q form. How can we express it? If it is terminating by 1, then it is very easy to express it in the P by Q form. So suppose 3.452 is there. So how can we mention it in P by Q form? We will just do one thing, remove this decimal point. That means it will become 3452. And how many digits were there after the decimal point? Only 3. So that's why we will do here only this way. You can do this in similar way which I told you in the previous example also. Mention this as x 3.452. Now suppose this is the terminated one. That means only 1, 2 and 3 digits are there after the decimal points. That's why we will multiply both sides by 1000. So 1000 x is equal to 1000 into 3.452. No problem. Therefore we'll get here 1000 x is equal to 1000 into this, that means 3452 itself, and therefore x is equal to 1000 is in multiplication on the LHS. If you transfer it on RHS, it will become x is equal to 3452 divided by 1000. Finish. So that will be your answer in terminating one example. Now terminating rational numbers are there, then that is too much easy. Okay, fine, no problem. Now let's move towards this example. How can we mention it in P by Q form? So as usual, we'll do one thing. First, how can we write the given number in bar format? How can we write it? The same number can be written as 0 point. Which group of digits is going to repeat again and again? This is 35, 35, 35, 35. So 35 is the repeating number, means recurring number. So we can write it as 0.235 and bar is here. So how many digits are under the bar? Only 2. That's why if you consider it as x, then you are going to multiply both sides by 100 only. So we'll solve it. Let this x is equal to 0.235, 35, 35 and so on. No problem. Fine. Now see here. Repeating digits are 2. That's why we will multiply both sides by 100 only. On multiplying both sides by 100, on multiplying both sides by 100, we'll get here 100x is equal to 100 into 0.2, 35, 35, 35 and so on. No problem. Therefore we'll get here 100x is equal to, now 100 into this, that means it will become 23.535 35 and so on. Okay, no problem. Fine. Now what we are going to do here, we are going to adjust the same x here in this step. Okay, fine, no problem. So how can we adjust this 0.2353 sorry, 0.2 35 35 35 and so on. We are going to adjust that number here. So 0.2353535. How can we mention it? See here. Therefore we can write here 100x is equal to, this is 23 point. Now we are going to just take out only what, 0.2353535 and so on, no problem. Now if we remove this part, that means 0.2353535 from this number, then how much we will left in the first part? So that is only 23. Sorry, 23.3 will be there. 23.3 will be there, because if you remove this from this one, if you add this to this, then you will get 23.5353535 and so on, no problem. Therefore we will write here 100x is equal to, 100x is equal to, this is your x, therefore 23.3 plus x, therefore if x you transfer on this side, it will become 99x is equal to 23.3, therefore x is equal to 23.3 divided by 99, and the same number can be written as 233 divided by 990, and that will be your answer. Finish, no problem. Okay, so this is the third example from that category. That means if decimal form is given to you, then you just need to do what? Consider it as x, count the number of digits which are going to repeat again and again. That means count the digits under the bar. If one digit is there, multiply by 10 on both sides. If two digit, 100, three digit, 1000, four digit, 10,000, and so on in that way. And once you do this step, after this step you have to just adjust the given number, this x, in this step. So we have just written this same number here and calculated. If we subtract this from this, then how much we will left? That is nothing but 23.3. That's why we did in this way. This is x, so 99x is equal to 23.3 and x is equal to 23.3 divided by 99, which is nothing but 233 divided by 990. Okay, fine, no problem. Thank you.